How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to SoccerBeat. We have the trending SoccerBeat show. We are wrapping up everything that happened this weekend. Incredible weekend to keep Pirates keeping their title alive and keeping things very, very interesting. There's also some things happening on the other side of Soweto that we're going to talk about as well. Kaizer Chiefs went down to Richards Bay and they were breaking a whole bunch of records and not very good ones. And we'll chat about that at the end of the show as well. And we'll also speak about SuperSport and Cape Town City, who are at the wrong end of the table. I've never seen SuperSport at this end of the table before. They've never finished out of the top 8 in their history, and they're now sitting in the relegation zone. So incredible turn of events for SuperSport, and we'll chat about all of that stuff on our show today. Today we've got Moeneeb, and we've got a special guest here. We've got Nao as well, one of the guys that are normally behind the lens for SoccerBeat, but is in front of the camera today because he was at the stadium yesterday at Soccer City to experience the Pirates Sundowns game. And he had a lot to tell us about what happened at the stadium. We were not fully aware, and I don't think a lot of people are aware. So I'd love to pick your brain now, and you can tell us exactly what you experienced at the stadium yesterday. Apparently, there were a lot of mind games played by Orlando Pirates. Can you tell us a little bit about what happened, firstly with the dressing rooms, with regards to Orlando Pirates and Sundowns?
Yeah, how's it, Mike? How's it, Moeneeb there? And of course, how's it to all the SoccerBeat fans? As you say, Mike, yesterday, literally, before we even get there, beautiful football, I must say, beautiful game to watch. Coming into this game, people were saying that, is this the title decider? And I remember when we spoke with Jose Rivero during the post-match, rather during the pre-match press conference, he said that the league is not gone as yet. And I think yesterday, Pirates showed why they're saying the league is not gone as yet. And I mean, of course, literally, as you're rightfully saying, yesterday, mind games from the beginning of everything, Mike. You know how normally teams come out for their warm-up session. Of course, Pirates came in to do their pitch inspection. Sundowns also came out to do their pitch inspection. But then a funny thing happened yesterday, Mike. As Sundowns came out for their warm-up session, they didn't use the main FNB tunnel that we know, that middle tunnel that we know that normally all the teams come out from. Sundowns used another tunnel yesterday, and maybe we thought, maybe they were just late and. But as journalists, we are there, we are thinking, and we are seeing this stuff, and then we of course asked the Sundowns official, why are the players not using the normal tunnel when they go out? When they came out for their warm-up session. And this guy literally just said, guys, we found our changing room that is linked directly to the main tunnel. It was locked. We're like, what? He's like, yeah. When we got here,
Moeneeb, why are you laughing?
Oh shit, but I'm just picturing how they're fuming there, just walking around looking for the tunnel. No, we can't find the key.
So that's what happened. And we're like, but then what do you mean it was locked? And then this guy's like, nah, we don't know. As we arrived here, the changing room was locked. But again, one thing that he also mentioned that I think is also note to be worthy is that he mentioned that even during the Kaizer Chiefs game against Sundowns, remember the Culling Black Label Chiefs game? I think it was a quarterfinal match between Chiefs and Sundowns. He said even on that game, that their changing room, the visitors' changing room, it was locked, and they had to use another changing room. So I don't know. Is it a Soweto
We shouldn't be
thing
laughing
where
about
they're
this.
saying-
We should not be laughing about this. This is not professional at all. These are the
So I
type
don't
of
know
things
if
that
it's a
happen
Soweto thing.
behind the
Yeah,
scenes.
exactly. Sure.
We don't
So
know
it's
these
fine.
things.
No, but then also tell us about, so just talking more about the mind games.
Yeah,
Tell us what happened with the Orlando Pirates team sheet, because this is fascinating.
exactly. Just when we thought we've seen it all, we received a team sheet of Orlando Pirates that had Bitumelo Radiopane in the starting 11, and then Mpokazi was out. And then moments later, another team sheet came through that had now Mpokazi on, and Radiopane was now on the bench. And I mean, of course, during the post-match press conference, one of the journalists literally asked Jose Rivero, Coach, was it a final decision whereby you had Mbokazi out and then he was in? Or was it just a technical, error when they were drafting the team sheet? And yeah, Rivero said probably could have been just a typing error, and saying that Mbokazi was the one to start the
Mate.
game.
And just to take note that Radio Pani has never started a game for Orlando Pirates. So I don't. That's not like they forgot to remove the name or something. He's never started a game. So there's definitely they've played mind games there, and yeah.
Yeah. And I mean, of course,
No,
Mbokazi
we
then
need.
goes on to win Man of the Match. He puts in a great performance. He goes on to win Man of the Match. So, I mean, these are the things that literally were happening, just pre-game yesterday. And then, of course, another one that we also saw was that, I don't know if you guys also noticed, but the game was supposed to have literally kick off at 3:30. It didn't kick off exactly at 3:30. That is because
Yeah.
the Sundowns players, initially, they were not in the main tunnel. They were sort of late,
They had to
or
take
maybe
a
they were
taxi.
called to say exactly. So now it then explains, guys. It then explains the 10 minutes that Sundowns had, the first 10 minutes. It then explains because
Yeah.
Sundowns were out of the game psychologically, mentally. They were out in the first 10 minutes. Then explains what happened in the first 10 minutes.
Yeah, and
Listen,
then there was
listen.
also something that you also telling me a little bit about what happened with the fans as well. You said that the Orlando Pirates fans were also playing mind games as well, because normally at FNB, when Sundowns fans go to FNB, they sit on the halfway line and they normally get all their crew together on the halfway line. But Orlando Pirates fans were having none of it. What happened there?
Yeah, the match announcer, literally before the game started, he announced that Orlando Pirates fans, can we please make space for the Sundowns fans? So normally what happens is that when Sundowns are playing at the FNB Stadium, and they're the visitors, of course, they are the away team. They'll normally sit on the left hand side of the stadium, and they'll occupy that whole center line, because we know that's the away team. But yesterday, Pirates were the home team, and Sundowns was the away team. But Sundowns fans were literally where they're normally at. But Pirates fans had none of it. They also occupied that space until the match announcer had to say, "Ama paka paka. Can we please be civil about it? Can we please make way for our visitors? Can we please occupy the rest of the stadium and allow our visitors, which are the Sundowns fans, to have that space?" But nope, the Pirates fans said, "Nope, we're going nowhere."
Yeah.
So it was a collective effort yesterday, from the fans
Yeah.
to the players to the mind games. It was a collective effort for the Sea Robbers yesterday to literally win that game. Everyone played their role that day.
Yeah. But also,
Guys, quickly, I want to ask the guys
I
that
don't.
follow SoccerBeat, the guys I'm speaking to you right now. We currently have 26,000 subscribers, which is incredible, and we thank all the guys that have subscribed. But there's a channel out there, Moeneeb, and we do not
Yeah.
mention their name on this channel, but they have 10 times more followers than us. And I know how that makes me feel as a professional athlete. What is it like to be so far behind? We want to close
Yeah.
that gap the same way Orlando Pirates closed the gap this weekend. We need to close
100%.
that gap, and we need the help from these guys to hit the subscribe button, because we need to
Please,
close that
please.
gap. We've got games in hand. We're going to close that gap. Help
Yeah, and
us
also,
hit
Mike,
the
there's a
subscribe
there's a
button.
big difference as well, Mike. There's a difference as well. Here you get proper football, positive, constructive criticism. The drama, the negativity, that is that side. And people love drama and negativity of today's world. So that is why that's attracting. And we won't go that way. No. We keep it factual. We keep it real. We keep it funny. We keep it light. And sometimes we keep it hard as well. But we keep it real. So that is what the people want to follow. This is what you're going to need them. So all the real people of the world, please come to our channel. We need you this side. Eh? We need you this side.
Thank you very much, guys. Hit that subscribe button. We're going to go quickly to a Betway promo. Stay with us, and then we're going to chat. I think Moeneeb's got a lot to say about his yellow friends over on the other side of Soweto.
Oh my God. I was
And we'll
soaking
chat about
wet, you know.
So stay with us to hear what Moeneeb has to say about Amakosi.
How would you like to win a little something extra just for joining the best in the game? For a limited time, we are teaming up with Betway and giving all of you access to a SoccerBeat exclusive. If you join Betway using the sign-up code SoccerBeat, now in March, you get 25 Rand extra bet. That's right. It's time to get way more out of every bet. Standard T's and C's apply.
And we are back with SoccerBeat, guys. Thanks for staying with us. Make sure that when you sign up for Betway, you use the code SoccerBeat and get yourself an extra $25. Slim cut. I know you definitely don't mind what's happening on the other side of Soweto. There's some records I want to tell you about quickly before I ask you your thoughts. But
Mike,
Nabi,
records? You trying
yeah,
to the records and what? No, that two words don't go together. The records and that, you don't think they don't go together. Can't be positive.
okay. Let me give you the statistics. This is the most losses at this point of a PSL season for Kaizer Chiefs, and is the most goals conceded at this point of a PSL season for Kaizer Chiefs. What's happened to Project X? What's happened to Nabi's project? What's happening on that side of Soweto? They've obviously lost to Richards Bay again this weekend. Yeah.
Ooh, Mike, no. Listen, Mike,
Don't look unhappy about it.
Yeah. I've tried to disguise it now, yeah, but unfortunately I can't. Hey, listen, what's happening there is happening there. You know what I'm saying, Mike? No. The football is going this way. That yellow team's marketing is going that way. It's not about marketing anymore. Marketing doesn't get you the points. You know, you might be the biggest brand in South Africa of yellow, and yes, you might have bought the word yellow as well, but that's not going to get you points at the end of the day, Mike. You know, unfortunately for them, the chef that was cooking there, I saw the pot fell over. And the stew is laying out on the ground.
No, the chef is focusing on making chips. He's got his branded.
And the one plate and the gas stove is not helping, Mike, because even the load shedding is affecting that as well. You know, listen, we as Orlando Pirates, we can't be affected by what's happening on that side. They need to fix that story there. Because as soon as that was my issue, Mike. As soon as they won one game, then we've turned the corner. We are ready now. No, you never turned no corner, my friend. You turned no corner. All you went into the bathroom door, and that is where you got stuck. You know. So no chance. No, Mike. It's the statistics that has been coming out of that camp has been really. It's not for a team like Kaizer Chiefs. You know what I'm saying, Mike? It's really. I can't understand it because. At a certain point of the season, they were really starting to come together. Like in their words, it's coming together now. And then all of a sudden, with the three signings, we were even a little bit not skeptical. We were really enthused by the three signings that they made at the beginning of the season. But that just shows to the issue being more than just football. There, you know what I'm saying, Mike? It's more the issue speaks to a bigger problem. Because all of a sudden now, the three signings that made them look. It's the same like at Man United. You know, I feel it's the same like at Man United. This is the problem I see, Mike, where it's not the football inside, it's just the problem. I think the environment and the way things is at Kaizer Chiefs now, which is all adding to this problem. Because if you're starting a new project and you're starting something fresh, it should be exciting. It should be, ambitious.
Yeah, but to your point there with United, I mean, how often have you seen good players go to Man United, and then when they get there, you're like, this is not the player that I saw, and then it almost feels the same when these guys put on this Kaizer Chiefs jersey. You're thinking, hold on, is that the guy that I saw playing for that team and that team? Like they looked phenomenal at that team, but when they play for Chiefs, like it's not the same player.
100%, like, and you know, and people now they turn around, they say, listen, maybe the jersey's too big or the jersey's too heavy. No, it's got nothing to do with the jersey. It's the environment. The jersey's made of wool. The jersey's made of cotton. It's got nothing to do with the jersey. It's got to do with the environment that they're in and the way the culture that is there at the present moment, the way things have turned around for them, from the super glamour boys to, you know, the liquid sunlight boys. You know, it's a massive difference. You know, so listen, we try to wish them all a speedy recovery from everything that's happening there. But those holes are high there, Mike. Those holes are high. Donald, you know, those holes are high there at Naturina. I've seen those holes are high there, Mikey. The problem is they never built the hole around it to keep everybody else out. They built the holes around to keep themselves in there. So the problem is stuck in there. It's like Donald Trump wanting to build a hole around Mexico. They built it around themselves.
Yeah. Look, as much as we want to... Look, as Pirates fans, we're saying we don't necessarily want it to turn around, but we know for the sake of South African football how important it is to have a strong Kaizer Chiefs. And
of course. We just have to keep the banter alive, Mike. You know, if the shoe was on the other foot, they would have been hammering us, smearing us. You know what I'm saying? So we just want to keep that banter alive. We want them to know that, listen, as much as they things are not going their way on the football side, we will still keep their name alive on the outside, just reminding them of how things are not going alive on the football side. You know, we need to keep that banter alive. You know, they must. We you know that we as much as we wouldn't like to say this, Mike, but like you say as well, we need to keep a big Kaizer Chiefs. We need to keep Kaizer Chiefs alive. We need to keep Kaizer Chiefs the big brand that they are. And but drop the halls a bit so that the brand can be shared with everybody else and they can get the help that they need. The ambulance can come in there and sort out whatever problems there is. The Sangomas can come in by Naturina and sort out whatever problems. With all at the moment, you see, Mike, I try to be positive now, but unfortunately now those halls that are so high, it's only alive for the problems to fester because there's no ventilation for the problem to get out. The cook is cooking and the place is getting full of smoke and people are coughing. It's not helping the football.
Okay. Quickly before we go, Moeneeb, I have to ask you about your former coach Gavin Hunt and what's happening at SuperSport. I mean, obviously, I spent a long time at SuperSport, a very successful part of my career at SuperSport. And Stan Matthews, one of the main things he always used to say to us is that no time has he ever been involved with SuperSport that they've finished outside of the top 8. I think it's the longest run of any team in finishing in the top 8. And when we look at the log table today on Monday, they're sitting in the relegation zone. And I've never, ever seen in my lifetime a SuperSport United team in the relegation zone. I mean, obviously at Orlando Pirates, we've benefited because we've got half their players. And same thing with Sundowns. Same thing with Sundowns. So if you looked at yesterday's game, I don't even want to know how many SuperSport players were playing in that game, but I'd say it would be a fortune. And I mean, it's almost impossible, but I mean, we cannot afford to lose another club of the quality of SuperSport United.
Yeah. And Mike, and touch wood, that won't happen because of a guy like Gavin Hunt's quality. That won't happen, But it's rightly that you said so, that the fact that every season they get to lose all these players because they keep generating and developing quality players that they just keep taking away. It doesn't make the job easy for Gavin. He's a coach that wants to win and compete. But every year you make his job even more and more harder for him by letting these players go and not filling them in, but just bringing up the youngsters again. He has to start over again. Somewhere along the line is going to catch up. And now I think that it's getting to that point now where it's been happening over the years, because it's been happening all over the years, Mike, where the players have been coming and then all of a sudden good players and they go, So then they keep replacing. But unfortunately, some time or the other, that belt is going to get less and less, and the development structure is going to get sucked a bit dry. And I can see now it's getting a bit sucked dry because look now they can't replace and they don't have the quality to replace. And this is the outcome of that story, which is hard for Coach Gav, Hard because I know his mindset is on, no matter what he's thinking of, even if he's down there now, his mind still thinking, I need to be winning the league. I need to be competing there. I need to be competing. But this is a different mindset for him, But luckily, just going back again, Mike, he's got this experience when he was with Kaizer Chiefs there. You see, Kaizer Chiefs helps a lot of people in these difficult situations because there's always difficult situations around with him. So he's obviously learned about the situation there, learned how to deal with it. So I'm sure he will survive. 100% I'm sure he will survive, gathering from that experience that he's picked up there from that yellow team. So, but I have faith in him. But I think as a club as well, I don't think it's fair doing this to him. Yes, he's a quality coach. He can pull a rabbit out of a hat. That's who Gavin is. But at the end of the day as well, it's not fair on him because he wants to be competing, and a team like SuperSport should be competing. Look, Mike, how many quality players have come from a team like that, but they've only been there for a year and then moved on. So I think, he just needs a little bit more backing there for him to just give him that confidence again, man, and to show that, listen, I can turn this club around. And then after that, once we've turned this club around where we can start winning things, then you start selling them off again, because I think that is the main plan of the club as well, is to sell off the players and make the money like that, Mike. Look,
it's obviously misleading when you look at this log table because that bottom of the log is so compact with plenty of teams. I mean, Cape Town City have been roped into the mix as well. I mean, they've had a shocking run of late. They're really struggling. Obviously, Kalans and now has won a couple games, and things are really getting interesting at the bottom. So 2 wins or whatever gets you back into the top 8, basically. Like, it's so tight there at the bottom. But I just never ever thought I'd ever see the day that SuperSport United would be in 15th position. So unbelievable. But I think that's it for today, guys. Thank you for sticking with us, and make sure you hit that subscribe button. We are closing the gap with those other guys up above us. Hit the subscribe button, and we'll see you guys in the next one. SoccerBeat out.
SoccerBeat, what?